Tens of thousands of people have gotten parking tickets in the city of Charleston and across the Lowcountry beaches over the last 2.5 years.
But not everyone is paying for them. Anna Harris has looked into just how much money these cities and towns are missing out on and what one of them is doing to hold those responsible accountable.
From finding a spot to paying the meter or using an app. The struggle of parking across the city of Charleston and Lowcountry beaches are a tale as old as time.
It's been terrible.
It can be difficult, especially during the summer months.
There's just more people. Parking is, harder to accomplish.
And if you park in an unmarked spot or you don't pay your meter, you could risk getting a pretty piece of paper on your windshield. And in downtown Charleston and the nearby beaches, there are still millions of dollars in tickets unaccounted for. Since the start of 2023 through the beginning of this summer, the city of Charleston has racked up just over $3 million worth of unpaid parking tickets. That's about 34% of the 69,500 tickets they handed out during this time period.
Does that number shock you at all?
It does, because of the amount of people that, for whatever reason, refuse to pay for citations. They don't see the seriousness of it.
To compare, just under 20,000 tickets were handed out by third-party vendor PCI Municipal Services on Folly Beach. 37.5% of those have not been paid. That is just over $400,000. The Isle of Palms also uses PCI, which handed out just over 10,000 tickets, totaling about $1 million on the island from last January through this July. About 36% were not paid.
That's a lot of money hanging around for sure.
And just last year alone, they handed out about $770,000 worth of tickets. But this year,
through July 21st, which is the data that they sent you, they only wrote $217,000 worth of parking tickets. That's like less than a third. And we are at that point more than halfway through the year. So, those numbers certainly stand out.
This decrease coincides with a legal effort to prevent PCI from issuing parking tickets on behalf of municipalities like Folly and IOP. Sullivan's Island, who uses third-party vendor T2 Solutions, has about 26% of tickets unpaid over the past 2.5 years, totaling just under $102,000. Those who park on Edisto Island, however, get their tickets from the police department. The island has the highest number of paid tickets with only 21% unpaid. This is equal to around $19,000.
I think parking tickets one of those unfortunate expenses that some people just don't feel like they can pay and are willing to take the risk of whatever penalties.
No, I feel like that makes sense. I think people are looking to pay things late, possibly, or never pay at all.
The City of Charleston's Parking Services Director, Tyrone Lawrence, says they used to average about 16,000 tickets a month back in 2018. Now they average about 12,000 a month. He says that's because more people are following the rules. But for those who don't,
Of course, we sent a letter, a friendly reminder that it's an unpaid parking citation, but also at some point that fine goes to a debt collector. So now a debt collector will contact you via phone, mail, letting you know the seriousness of paying for these citations.
And now the city is looking forward to installing a mobile license plate recognition system in the next month that will better help catch violators in the act.
And basically what that's going to do is it's a camera system that's mounted in a vehicle, and it goes around and it reads the license plates. But it'll chalk the vehicle, meaning document the vehicle, and it'll be able to tell the officer just how long the vehicle has been there when they come back through.
In the city of Charleston, there have been nearly 31,000 meter violations from January 2023 to the end of this May. It's also the #1 reason why people get ticketed, according to their parking data. The next biggest reasons are parking in prohibited or residential zones.
People should pay the government what they are owed, because that's how we keep places like Sullivan's working and clean and functioning well.
We will always want folks to abide by the parking rules and regulations and always make a concerted effort to, park legally where it's not unsafe or inconvenience for others.
The voters have to hold the jurisdictions accountable. If they feel like the job that the town is doing on collecting on parking tickets is insufficient, the way to solve that is at the ballot box. If any of us went to work and were doing good, honest, true work, and we were only receiving half to 2/3 of the money that we deserved as a result of that, it seems to me we would probably do something about it if we thought we truly deserved it.
Willie says if you have received a ticket from PCI on folly or IOP, you can contact his office to be a part of the class action. He says one day you may just get your money back. And if you have yet to pay your parking ticket, all of these places have options to do so online, by mail, or in person. For more instructions, you can visit this web story on live5news.com. For Live 5 Investigates, I'm Anna Harris.